Have you ever stopped to think about this? The words you've spoken in your life, do they really disappear? Not the angry shouts, not the whispers of love, not even the secrets you thought no one would ever hear. What if every single word you've ever spoken is still here? In the air, in the walls, in the sky above you, recorded forever. It sounds like science fiction, right? Movies like Interstellar and The Matrix have toyed with the idea that reality itself is recording us. But what if that wasn't fiction? What if science is already pointing us in that direction? Even Elon Musk has speculated that reality might be more like a simulation. And Einstein himself admitted the universe hides mysteries our minds can barely touch. So here's the question: could technology one day replay the voices of the past? Could we hear Abraham Lincoln's lost speeches, the true voice of Martin Luther King Jr. before the microphones, or even the laughter of your great-grandparents? Science stops at this point. But spiritual traditions go further. They say these records are not only in the air, but preserved in an invisible book, what is called the Akashic Records. It is said that this book lies beyond time and death, and even after you are gone, every word, every thought, every intention of yours remains preserved forever. That means if someone whispered a secret in a room 100 years ago, that secret still exists in this very atmosphere, vibrating as sound waves. We cannot hear it because our ears and minds are limited. But now comes a more unsettling question. If this is true, are we ever really alone? Is there always some invisible witness to every word we speak? Is the recorder of the universe always switched on? Imagine this. Every word from your childhood, your college secrets, the moments of your life you thought you had forgotten, all of them are saved somewhere in an invisible hard drive. And maybe, even after your body is no longer here, your words, your laughter, your tears, all of it will still live, still remain immortal. So the real question is this just imagination, or does such a record truly exist? If it does, then who holds the key to unlock it? Could any human or some advanced technology ever open the pages of this past? And the biggest question, if this is true, do we ever really hide anything in life? Or do the words we speak always follow us, like a shadow? Because perhaps one day, every word of yours will be heard again. When you speak, you are really sending your emotions and thoughts into the air as vibrations. These vibrations are tiny sound waves that move the molecules around them. And science has a rule: energy is never destroyed, it only changes form. Which means your voice also remains in some form, somewhere. In the 1960s, scientists using high-speed microphones discovered that even walls, after absorbing sound, retain minute vibrations for a long time, meaning walls can hear and, in a way, remember. Think about it. If walls can remember, then your college dorm, your childhood bedroom, or even this room you're sitting in may still hold every word you've ever spoken there. NASA also found that with ultra-sensitive laser microphones, vibrations in walls, bulbs, or surfaces can be decoded to reconstruct spoken words, even without human ears present. It's like your voice gets trapped in the wall, and later technology can read it back. In other words, every word released into the air is recordable. Even Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Today, science is proving how true that may be. When Edison invented the phonograph, he said one day it might record not just voices of the living, but perhaps even those who had passed on. A haunting idea, but maybe closer to truth than he imagined. Between 2012 and 2019, NASA's Van Allen probes recorded the chorus of plasma waves near Earth. These sounds were far beyond human hearing, but NASA captured them and converted them into audio that you can still hear on their official website. These space sounds helped scientists understand auroras and high-energy electrons. But they also revealed something else. The universe is filled with invisible waves. If technology can decode the faintest vibration trapped in a wall, then could the words scattered in the air also be permanently recorded somewhere? And if they are recorded, is it only machines that can capture them, or could some invisible consciousness also have access to this data? In 2021, NASA's Mars Perseverance rover carried high-quality microphones for the first time. It recorded the whisper of Martian winds, the sound of its own wheels rolling over the red soil, and even the ticking noise of lasers striking rock. NASA released these sounds publicly, proving that sound behaves differently on every planet. Mars, for example, makes sound slower and softer because of its thin atmosphere. Today we worry that our tweets, posts, and emails live forever on the internet. But what if the universe itself has been keeping a record of us all along? While our devices already record so much of our lives, imagine if artificial intelligence could one day decode every vibration left in the air. We wouldn't just replay history books, we would replay history itself. These experiments remind us that sound is not just a physical phenomenon, but a journey of waves that can travel far beyond our reach. But is this journey limited only to science? Or is there an invisible network that not only hears, but eternally preserves every word ever spoken? And this is where science gives way to spiritual vision, to what is called the Akashic Records. Science can explain how your voice spreads through the air in waves, but spiritual traditions say every word, every thought, every intention is not only in the air, but also inscribed in a universal library beyond time. In Sanskrit, Akash means space or void, but it is not an empty void. It is a living, sensitive energy beyond time and space. Ancient sages believed that just as we write events in the pages of a book, the universe writes every deed, every emotion, and every word in the pages of Akashic Records. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, spoke of the collective unconscious, a memory field shared by all humans. What mystics called the Akashic Records may be the same truth science is only beginning to understand. Neuroscience today shows our brainwaves ripple outward like radio signals. What if these waves are part of the same cosmic archive mystics described centuries ago? The great sage Patanjali once said in his Yoga Sutras, "When a yogi takes his consciousness beyond the flow of time, he can see past and future events as clearly as the present. This is possible only if the past is preserved in some form. If modern machines can capture vibrations just 10 seconds old, could human consciousness touch vibrations that are thousands of years old? Is this why some yogis can describe past and future events without any device at all? Mystics for centuries have claimed they could hear echoes of events from long ago, what they called reading the Akashic Records. This is the uniqueness of the Akashic Records. They don't only store your words, but also the emotions behind them. Every laugh, every tear, every anger, all preserved in its original purity. Your body may perish, but your story, your vibrations, remain in this cosmic hard drive forever. And here lies a frightening truth. These records don't only hold good deeds. If you hurt someone, betrayed someone, cursed someone, that too is recorded with equal clarity. And the universe, when the time is right, will show you those pages. Some mystics believe that the sudden visions we see in dreams or strange feelings about past or future are in fact glimpses of the Akashic Records. And if this is true, then your words, your thoughts, your energy, all are immortal. Rumi, the Persian poet loved worldwide, once wrote, "Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder." Perhaps he too was pointing to the eternal nature of every spoken word. Native American elders believed the Great Spirit hears every prayer carried by the wind. Could this be another way of describing the same eternal recording? Science and spirituality both tell us, words never vanish. But are there real proofs? Yes, there are cases that suggest the voices of the past still surround us. During NASA's Apollo 10 mission in 1969, when astronauts were on the far side of the moon where Earth's radio signals could not reach, they reported hearing a strange music-like whistling sound in their headsets. Scientists explained it as interference between the spacecraft's radios. But mystery seekers still wonder if it was something more, a remnant vibration translated into sound. To this day, the event remains mysterious. In 2014, American researchers played music in front of an old filament bulb, then stopped and immediately scanned the bulb with high-speed lasers. To their shock, faint vibrations of the music still remained in the filament and could be decoded back into sound. The bulb had listened and remembered. All these cases tell us the same thing. What is spoken never dies. It only becomes invisible, waiting for the right medium to reveal itself again. Now imagine if technology advanced enough to capture the sounds of the last 100, 500, or 5,000 years. The true history of humanity would come alive. Who lied, who told the truth, all would be exposed. But just imagine if one day a machine could reveal every word from your own past. By now you understand, nothing you say ever disappears. It stays, in the air, in the walls, in light, and above all, in the invisible Akash of the universe. And this is not just philosophy or science fiction. It is a truth that reminds us of our responsibility. Your words can plant flowers in someone's heart, or poison it. And if they are being recorded forever, then they are not only for the listener, but one day they will be played back for you too. Scriptures say, speech is like a divine weapon. Once released, it never returns. If it is preserved eternally in the records of the cosmos, then how many times are we leaving evidence against ourselves? Gandhi once said, "Think before you speak, because your words can shape your future." This is not just moral advice, it may be a cosmic reality. Because if the universe is recording every word, it means your tomorrow is being written by the words you speak today. And here is something deeper. It's not only your spoken voice, your mind also speaks. Your thoughts too create vibrations. Even if you say nothing aloud, your silent thoughts are still being recorded. Your entire inner history is immortal. So from today, speak carefully. Think carefully. Because every vibration you release builds the path that will return to you. And maybe one day, when you think everything is over, the universe will show you the mirror of your own words. The real question is not whether your words are immortal. The question is, will you leave behind an eternal blessing or an eternal curse? Friends, now you know, your spoken words never vanish. They travel with you, and even after you, they remain forever. In the air, in the walls, in the invisible sky of the universe. This knowledge is not here to scare us, but to awaken us. Your words are eternal. They will echo long after you are gone. The real question is, will they echo as love or as regret? The choice is yours. Make it count. Because maybe the future isn't just about discovering new planets or galaxies. Maybe it's about finally decoding the record the universe has been keeping on us all along. Here on Soul Science, we believe that knowledge isn't just information, it's transformation. If this idea moved you, share it. Because when we speak, when we learn, when we spread truth, we're shaping not only our world, but the legacy we leave for future generations. Thank you.